what time it is! It's time to rumble! Yes! It's time for the Royal Rumble! Well, it's Royal Rumble weekend. I am the one and only Zack Attack. Thank you for joining me here in my Royal Rumble predictions video for tomorrow night's pay-per-view, live from Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm not making the NXT predictions video, as I will not be watching NXT TakeOver Philly live this evening. I will be at a concert. But I'll be watching Rumble live tomorrow night on the WWE Network. Make my predictions about the matches, especially about the Rumble, about any surprises that could be happening. So let us begin. Pre-show matches were finally named yesterday. So that's why I didn't make a prediction video until today, because I was like, waiting on the pre-show matches to be announced, and they were finally announced late yesterday afternoon. So we have 2 matches from Raw and 1 from Smackdown. I think the same number as the Survivor Series pre-show. We had 2 matches from Raw and 1 match from Smackdown. At least this time matches were announced. I think the only match announced for Survivor Series pre-show was the Cruiserweight title match. And then the other 2 matches were last-minute additions. So, on the Raw side of things, we have ourselves a tag team match, a rematch from Monday night's event, Raw 25. It's the Revival, trying to one-up Gallows and Anderson. Now, is it just me, or was this the second year in a row that Gallows and Anderson on the Raw pre-show? The Royal Rumble pre-show. For Raw. Last year, Gallows and Anderson won the Rumble pre-show, challenging for the tag team titles, and won against Sheamus and Cesaro. 1 year later, they're taking on the Revival. Love Revival, but man, they did them wrong on Monday. I'm happy. Yes, they got beat down, and yes, Balor kind of got over, but they ate all the finishes from DX. So, love me for Survival, but Gallows and Anderson will win this one. That's my prediction. That for the second year in a row, not only will these good brothers be in the Rumble pre-show, but they will win. Now we have ourselves the Cruiserweight portion of our program, which will be in the pre-show. Obviously, we were supposed to have the Cruiserweight title match between Enzo Amore and Cedric Alexander. But after the circumstances involving Enzo Amore's rape allegations and him not telling his employer, that news came out after my thoughts video aired on Tuesday. That he got fired specifically for not letting his employer know about these allegations. He knew this was going on, but he didn't let WWE know. So, he got fired because of that. The Cruiserweight title is now vacant. And we thought maybe they'll have a match for the Cruiserweight title, like a 6-man match or something, doing normal match, pay-per-view. But they're going to name a new GM for 205 Live on the next episode of it and determine the fate of the Cruiserweight title. So, we were like, are they going to have any Cruiserweight action at all? Well, they are. A 6-man tag match, it'll be Lindsay Dorado, Grand Metalik, and Kalisto taking on TJP, Gentleman Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak. Then we saw a tag team. I think we did see a tag match on 205 Live involving Kalisto and Dorado and Metalik. It wasn't a 6-man, but it was a decent little matchup. And I can even see this, especially with the fate of the Cruiserweight title on the line. Should be intriguing. I like everybody in this matchup, especially Drew Gulak, man. I'm hearing now he's going to be the new boy toy for Nia Jax, since Nia needs a new boy toy now that Enzo's gone. And that relationship ended preemptively with the release of Enzo, with no big payoff. That's only a little negative about Enzo's release. If I mentioned that on Tuesday, that the Nia Jax storyline never really came to a conclusive ending. A forced ending. But good guys will win this one. At least though, Dorado and Metalik will get the victory in this one. Now on to the next match on the pre-show that's happening. Bobby Roode Open Challenge for the United States Championship. Now, originally the finals for the vacated United States Championship was supposed to take place at the Rumble. But they decided to move up the finals to a Smackdown taping, which saw Bobby Roode defeat Jinder Mahal in the finals. So instead of having the finals for that tournament, they are going to be a US title match after the wall, which will be an open challenge. Now, there's so many speculation about who could it be. Could it be a debut? Could it be the returning EC3? Could it be Bobby Lashley? Could it be Dolph Ziggler, who, of course, walked off of SmackDown with the belt? Now, that would be kind of stupid. That if Ziggler comes back just for the pre-show. He kind of bitched about being on the pre-show. That's why he walked out and was bitching about the company. So, who knows if it's going to be Ziggler? So, two predictions. Who the opponent will be and who will win. Allergies bug me. I'm apologizing. So, I predict that it'd be anybody but Ziggler. Could be like a wow, like a Mojo Wally or something. Allergy me good stuff. I apologize. So, predict it'll be might be someone that's not in the normal match already. Like maybe NXT call up or anybody but Ziggler. But if it is Ziggler, I'll be surprised. But no matter what, I predict Bobby Roode will retain the United States Championship. So now on to the main card. I think every match is a title match. Besides, obviously, the two women matches. Every other match is for a title. Let's start with, ironically, there's two matches for each brand on the main show. And they're both going to be for the tag title and their main title. So let's start with the SmackDown title matches. First, we have the best 2 out of 3 fall match for the SmackDown tag team titles as the Usos take on Benjamins, aka Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. Now, Chad Gable and Benjamin have a qualm over this title match. They had a title match a few weeks ago, one-on-one with the Usos. They thought they won, but the one Uso was pinned. And they had a little bit of a great promo a few weeks ago. Too bad there was no follow-up on it. But they did get a pin on one half of the tag champions this past Tuesday on SmackDown with Chad Gable winning a match. So, Benjamin's on the wall. I'm happy they're heels. They weren't over as baby faces. You know, they kind of got lost in the shuffle when he first debuted. But I'm happy they found their niche as a heel team. And they should have had more anger. You know, they should have played on the backstage stuff they've been doing lately. And the free to tag titles. Should have been more emphasis on that this past Tuesday. But I like their anger. This match shall be a fun match. I predict the Usos will win. And here's how I think the match is going to go. It's going to come down to when it comes to these best 2 out of 3 fall matches, when was the last time you've seen one person take 2 straight falls? It's not often you see that. It's always coming down to the 3rd fall. Someone wins the first, then someone wins the second, and then the 3rd it comes down to. So that's my prediction. That it'll come down to the 3rd fall. But who I think the fall is going to be too. I think the Benjamins are going to win the first fall. Usos win the second, and then win the 3rd. So that's my prediction. Usos will retain the SmackDown tag team titles. Because I want Rusev Day to beat the title holders eventually. Come on, Rusev Day's still over, even though they've been losing lately. But hey, there's a Rusev Day calendar. It's out. Can I believe this Rusev Day calendar? To remind everybody, every day is Rusev Day. Now on with the other title match for SmackDown. Hold on a second, I apologize. We have the handicap match For the WWE Championship, AJ Styles defending in a handicap match against Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. Cammy. Stupid, creative. Anyway, AJ's title reign ever since beating Jinder Mahal for the title has been okay. His second reign is not as good as his first reign. We can all admit that. His first reign was great. Second reign's not been eventful yet. That's the key word, yet. In his feud with Sami and KO, the Yep movement has been bouncing around since Sami realigned himself with his best friend Kevin Owens when he saved him during Hell in a Cell with Shane McMahon. They've been on a crusade against the tyranny of Shane McMahon, even kind of aligning D-Bry. Will D-Bry be effective in this match? We shall see. But I think AJ's going to retain. Because I don't think they're going to have AJ win the title 2 months ago and then lose it. Especially with a dream match with him and Nakamura, which should happen at Mania. That may factor in the Rumble. But who wins? So I say AJ will retain, but if we do have a cold WWE champion, that's never happened. That's what Sami and KO say, that if they win, they'll be cold WWE champion. We've had cold Divas champion with Michelle McCool and Layla Laycour. But I don't think we're going to get a gold WWE champion. That may not happen. But anything can happen in WWE. We'll see if this happens. But I predict AJ Styles will retain. Next up, the tag team titles from Raw. The Raw matches now. We have the Raw tag team titles as Jason Jordan will be teaming up with Seth Rollins to take on Cesaro and Sheamus. Now, the odd couple team of Jordan Rollins coming together in the midst of the Dean Ambrose injury won the tag team titles on the first night. And Jordan is a brilliant heel here. He's starting to have some heel tendencies, especially getting his ass booed out the building on Monday Night Raw this past Monday in Brooklyn, New York, at the Barclays Center doing the peep show. He couldn't even get his mouth closed to the microphone without getting his ass chewed out. Louder than Reigns. Who'd have thought he'd be rude, louder than Roman? That's a shocker. So, he's supposedly fighting an injury. That's why we haven't seen him get physical in the last couple of weeks. But as of right now, his injury's not too serious enough for him to not make the Rumble match for the tag team titles. But I do predict Sheamus and Cesaro will retain the titles. I'm going on a limb here. With the rumor that's going around that Seth Rollins is going to have a match with Jordan. The match that was supposed to be Rollins and Ambrose. I heard like Rollins is going to turn on Ambrose. But then when Ambrose got hurt, they had to rewind it. Now Rollins is going to be either Jones going to turn on Rollins or Rollins going to turn on Jordan. What we saw on Monday when Rollins accidentally kneed Jason Jordan, that could be the seed for a Mania match. So they could lose the titles tonight. So I'm going off on a limb. I'm predicting all the good guys are going to win. So, gotta pick one bad guy here. Cesaro and Sheamus to regain the tag team titles tonight. The hot potato over the title continues. Now, I was bitching about the women's title hot potato with Charlotte and Sasha a few years back. Now we have a hot potato here. It's going to be puppets with. And also, I think Sheamus and Cesaro will win with a miscommunication. Another one with Jordan and Rollins, planting more seeds for a Mania match. So that's my other prediction. That Rollins will inevitably hit Jordan, or Jordan will inevitably hit Rollins. And their team dynamics will be questioned again. So that's how I think the match will end. So, there you go. Now on with the other title match for Raw, the Universal title match as Brock Lesnar. The reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion Brock Lesnar defends in a triple threat against Kane, of all people. He gets a title match in 2018, people, and Braun Strowman. Originally supposed to be Lesnar and Finn Balor, but they said Balor's not over enough. Now he's with Balor Club, he's over. So we had this match instead. Kane getting a title match in 2018 is baffling. I think a lot of people think he's going to eat the pain here. But, hey, we thought the same thing with a match with Bobby Roode, Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler at Clash of the Champions, we thought Ziggler was going to be in a triple threat match just to eat the pin. Well, he didn't eat the pin. He won the damn thing. But I don't think Kane's going to win the title. That's prediction number one. Kane will not win the belt. Now, in my heart, I want them to have Braun Strowman win. They haven't pulled the trigger on him yet. You know what I mean? He's over as hell with the destruction he does. I'm not finished with you! And of course, his new phrase, someone's going to get these hands! And his destruction, especially in the build-up for this match, being okay. Strowman's the only highlight of the build. With them destroying things, including the lighting truss. With the grappling hook. The weirdest thing ever, but it was still a great moment. So, and this should be destruction. With this being a triple threat match, I say Strowman's going to whack more destruction than he did during his one-on-one match with Lesnar underwhelmed at No Mercy last year. So, here's the thing. I want Strowman to win. But, sadly, WWE is going to go the predictable route. You know, I say this a lot. WWE, when they have a chance to shock people and do something crazy, they take the predictable route most of the time. You know, they have a chance to make us shock, but nope. They put a predictable route. So, Lesnar's going to retain so Roman Reigns can beat his ass at WrestleMania 34. But they could change it up. So, that's my prediction. It's kind of a weird prediction here. Like, I want Strowman to win, but I fear Lesnar will win. So, there you go. I'll go Strowman. I predict Strowman will win, but in my heart, Lesnar's going to win. Now on to the two. Yeah, you heard me. 2 Royal Rumble matches. We have the first ever women's and men's Rumbles. Men Rumbles been around for a long time. I'm wearing this shirt. I was at the Royal Rumble in 09 in Detroit, Joe Louis Arena, when Randy Orton won. He is the reigning champion of the Rumble. Hopefully he won't win again. But having a women's Rumble is amazing. You know, trying to make equality with women. You know, treating them as superstars, not divas. And giving them big opportunities. The Money in the Bank match and Hell in a Cell matches. Those matches kind of did well. And hopefully a man won't win the women's Rumble. At least Ellsworth's not around anymore. They're making this women's Rumble special by having special announcers and commentators for this. You got Maria Menounos being the guest announcer for the Rumble, which I think is cool because Maria is a legit fan of the WWE. She does the red carpet every year for the Hall of Fame. And she's a legit fan. People make fun of her sometimes, but she's a legit fan. She even wrestled for WWE a couple times during Tribute to the Troops and more prominently during WrestleMania 28. But of course, the announcement got fans really pissed is Stephanie McMahon being a commentator, which might be the only time people are going to flip to the Spanish commentators or the Japanese commentators because they don't want to hear Stephanie the whole time. So, there's that.
Call from Lalios Mario.
Sorry, that's for my dad. In both Rumble matches, one person got injured. In the women's cage, Paige was supposed to be in it, but thanks to her injury during a house show with Sasha Banks, she's out. Maybe out forever. So let's get to the contenders. My prediction of who I think will win the women's Rumble. You got, from the Smackdown side, we have Naomi, Natalya, the Wyatt Squad, Ruby Wyatt, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan. Also Lana, Tamina, Carmella, the Welcoming Committee with Natalya, and Becky Lynch. On the Wall side, you got Asuka, Bayley, Sasha, Absolution's Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, Nia Jax, Mickie James, Alicia Fox, and Dana Brooke. Now, a lot of people are questioning whether or not the Women's Rumble will be a 30-woman Rumble or not with the lack of women on the roster. And it will be a 30-women Rumble and over-the-top Raw. Basically, men's Rumble rules will apply. Now, women's Rumbles, Battle Royals usually have women go through the rope, not over the top. So we'll see how that goes. So, first prediction of this is who I think are going to fill the remaining slots. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11 slots to be filled. Now, I predict some of the slots will obviously be filled by NXT people. Iconic Duo, we have not seen them in a couple of weeks. So maybe saving them for the Rumble. Being Peyton Royce and Billy Kay, who I love. Yes, they're the beautiful people of NXT, but I like them. Also, I think Emma Moon might be in there. Nikki Cross could be in there. Maybe Lacey Evans. Some other people. Maybe Bianca Belair. And of course, obviously, you may get some legends in there, like Lita and Trish, and Victoria, maybe a few others. So, screen test is who will fill those 11 slots, but that's who I think they should fill up with. Some legends and some NXT females. Now, who I think is going to win? Easy. Asuka. Unless Ronda Rousey shows up. Now, I said in my video on Thursday about Ronda Rousey saying she won't be there. I even said, is it a ruse? Or she just leading us to believe she won't be there? But Asuka will win. I think that's like the predictable route. But I'd love to see Becky Lynch win. Yeah, I have a pick from each brand. I'm going to be cheating here, but I'm going to have a pick from each brand. So my SmackDown pick would be Becky Lynch. My Raw pick would be Asuka. And it goes to wild card if she even enters Ronda Rousey. But even if she does enter, I don't like I would see her winning, but I don't think she will win. If she's in, it'll piss a lot of fans off. Like if Asuka or Rousey win, it could piss a lot of people off. But we shall see how that goes. Next up, the men's Royal Rumble match. Now, Samoa Joe was supposed to be in it, but sadly, thanks to his injury, he's out. Hope he comes back before Mania, but may not be possible. So let's look at the participants. SmackDown side, we have Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, Baron Corbin, Rusev Day, Rusev in English, Tom Dillinger, and all 3 members of the New Day. And the free agent, John Cena. On the Raw side, you have Elias. I walk with Elias. Finn Balor, Woken, Matt Hardy, and Bray Wyatt. The match on Monday kind of sucked. Maybe we can see some more Wokenness at the Rumble, but not too crazy. Titus Worldwide, Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews, The Miz, and of course, Roman Reigns. A lot of people are triggered by him winning over him losing the IC Championship this past Monday on Raw 25. So hopefully that doesn't happen with Reigns. At least this time Reigns is announced and not a surprise. So I'll predict about who's going to be surprises, if there's any surprises unlike last year. Another little prediction, and of course who will win. Now, prediction number 1. Will the losers of the title matches be in the match? Now, we saw last year that Roman Reigns, after losing the Universal title match against Kevin Owens, thanks to Braun Strowman, he entered the Rumble match, pissing everybody off by being at number 30. Over selected moments like a possible Finn Balor return, I heard he did replace Finn. And the fact that Roman got in and AJ did not after losing his match was bullshit. So, and if AJ loses, if AJ loses the match again for the second Rumble in a row, loses the championship, I hope he doesn't do it. He lost last year at the Rumble. He needs a Rumble win for once. But if he loses the title match and doesn't enter the Rumble match again for the second year in a row after losing a title match in the Rumble, bullshit. But I predict the loser or losers of the title matches will enter the Rumble. Whether it's KO and Sami or AJ or Braun and Kane. Or Kane. Even, if Lesnar loses, I don't think he'll be in a Rumble match. But I do predict if there are some losers in the title matches, they could enter the Rumble. Now, surprises. Last year, we didn't get much surprises at all. Besides Ty Dillinger number 10, which we all knew was going to happen. We did get like some cruiserweight guys in there who I predict will enter again. You know, maybe like Akira Tozawa and a few other cruiserweights could sneak in. Cedric Alexander, who's not even in the cruiserweight match, maybe he'd be in one more match. But some real surprises this year. Like some legends, maybe some NXT people like Aleister Black. Or No Way Jose. Or just better surprises this year than last year at all. And now the final prediction. Who will win? I'll do predictions on both brands. You know, like I said, I'm cheating, but I'll do it. My wall pick is The Miz. Smackdown pick, Shinsuke Nakamura. But overall, I don't care who wins. Really, I made my picks, but I think everyone will agree with me. As long as it's anybody but Roman, Cena, or Orton. Anyone but you, Roman. Anyone but you, Cena. Anyone but you, Orton. Is all I gotta say. So, my two picks is Miz and Nakamura. Nakamura needs a big win. He's been kind of lost his stuff on SmackDown. For him to win this match and AJ to win his match and have an AJ Nakamura match at Mania, boom, motherfucker! We'll make up for the fact we may have Lesnar and Roman at Mania. And I said this a little bit. Please have Roman win the Chamber match. Not let him win the Rumble to get the title match. And maybe there might be a Women's Chamber match. Ooh! I should say if that comes into it. But there you go. That's my predictions video for the Royal Rumble. We'll see how much of my predictions pan out the Rumble tomorrow night. That being said, you've just been attacked by the predictions from Zach. See you later. Bye-bye.